The maze is one thing, but you kids wouldn't last one day out in the scorch. If the elements don't kill you, the cranks will. Thomas, you have to believe me. I only want what's best for you.
Well, Grandma, what did you think of the SCORCH Trials?
The Maze Runner thing?
Maze Runner 2. You could also call it Maze Runner 2, but it's
what did I think
SCORCH
of it?
Trials.
Well, there was a lot of action, and a lot of action, and a lot of action, and not much plot.
No?
No. Not much development of the story other than running from the bad guys.
You had a lot of running.
They did a lot of running. A lot of... I never was too sure if those were the bad guys or, you know, the bad guys kept changing. So
No, it was sort of saying the same bad guys all the time.
Well, yeah, but they seemed remarkably unscatable for some reason, you know. I'm not sure how much time went by during the story that we saw in the film, but the time span. But as a mother, I was concerned about these young people who didn't seem to have any access to food or water, much less rest, and how they managed to keep on keeping on was never explained, just accepted.
Maybe just adrenaline.
Well, that does help. That does help, but you know, you eventually crash after too much adrenaline. You know, I thought maybe as I was watching it, you know, come on, you know, you need to rest, you need to. And they never had any chance to do that. And where were they going to find water in all of that desert? I don't know. We lost another member of the group, so I'm not sure. Did we end up with 6, or are we down to 5 now? And without Teresa, was that her name?
Well, again, there will be another part to it, supposedly. It is part 2 of a 3-part.
Yes.
So what did you think of this one, though?
The film, well, as I said, there was a lot of action and a lot of action and a lot of action. And not much story. I thought her hero, I'm not sure who the actor is. What's his name? Dylan O'Brien. I thought he did
Played Thomas.
a quality job. The one that played Thomas, yes, our central character. What did you think as a movie maker?
Well, I thought, I sort of liked the first movie, and this one, again, I like the whole world they've created. I mean, and the characters, all the, you know, they've got a good set of actors and everything. But I think, as you say, I mean, this was a lot of running around, going through ducts, going through tunnels, going through abandoned buildings. You know, a lot of running around with no real end in sight, almost.
The darkness, I always want them to get out into the sunlight again. You know, the darkness.
Well, they did that.
The darkness. Okay, let's get out there where we can see.
But it was interesting. Towards the end, they actually get into some cars and they're driving across the country, and then they come up to the place where.
Yes, and where did they get the gasoline for the cars? I always wonder about that.
That's what they, you know, this group they came across. They had some supplies and stuff like that. But they go off and they drive for just, I don't know, a couple of minutes. And then they come up behind a big traffic jam that's, you know, blocks the road, and the leader says, well, I guess we got to get out on foot.
Yeah.
And so they're out on foot again.
Yes.
I was thinking to myself, oh goodness, we're out running again, we're out walking again, and I don't know. Again, it was, again, I think they really wasted a good sort of setup, good scenario, the whole thing, and they wasted all the good actors they had, the production design, everything was all there to make, I think, a pretty good movie. But again, as you say, the story just wasn't there. There was just a lot of running around.
Well, we didn't get anywhere with the story.
We didn't get anywhere. And then one other thing, again, we've pointed this out on other films where, you know, it's a sequel of some sort. I don't blame them for going straight into the action when the movie started. But again, I think they really could have done with some sort of recap of the first movie a little bit, just to refresh people's memory
I would have appreciated that.
of what happened in the first movie, because I saw the first movie. I mean, I remember it, but I don't remember some of the details all that well. Some of the details having to do with this organization,
Right.
their motivations, all of that sort of thing that become important in the story. Again, they expect you to remember a lot in this movie.
When the doctor lady came on the screen, I remembered her. You know,
I didn't remember.
I remembered her, and of course, if they ever change her out of her white, you know, doctor outfit, they probably wouldn't. But I remembered her being in the previous movie.
Well, they
But that,
could
I
have.
think, would have helped. I appreciate
It
that.
really could have. It really could have helped.
Just a little, you know.
I mean, understanding the
lead into
motivation.
where they are now.
Well,
you
again,
know?
understanding the motivation of the bad guys, understanding the motivation of the good guys. You know, why they are doing these things, and it just really would have helped. And they didn't have that. Well, I don't think I would recommend it. What do you think, Grandma?
If you don't recommend it, why would you see it?
Well, you don't know until you see the movie, Amy. The first one was good. You hoping for the second one to be good too.
In our talking to our reviewers, you know, we always tell them what we think. I don't think I would. This is a no thumb movie for me. I don't think I would.